All right, so here we are. What are we?
We are facetious and well-read.
Are you facetious or well-read?
I'm both.
Yeah, great. Where does that leave me?
And?
Oh, wonderful. I always wanted to be the sandwich boy. Okay, so
You're the mediator.
I'm the mediator, right, between facetious. So our friend Jasmine sent us this video here. I want to thank her for that. And let's see if we can have a little fun with it. It's called Robots and AI. And the subtitle is The Future is Automated and Every Job is at Risk. Part 1. AJ and Docs. I don't know what that means. Because it has something to do with this channel. It says Al Jazeera is funded. Whatever. Okay, so.
Don't advertise it.
Yeah. Qatari government. Anyway.
Stop it.
So it looks like we're starting out with a robot here that looks a lot like Johnny Five.
We are essentially,
as far as I can tell, from that 80s movie. What is
the
it?
cheaper version.
Yeah, Short Circuit. Yeah, it looks like they had less of a budget here. He does.
Cut some corners there. Yeah, some cheap.
bring a new industrial
Polar.
revolution.
Yeah, he didn't have. Let's go back
As a
and
factory worker.
get a close up on
Industrial
this.
revolution.
Oh, come on! I don't
They
want
don't
to
want to
see.
show it too close for too long.
Yeah, because it's gonna show the.
It's a
We
little-
are
There we go.
too
Look at those
obvious.
eyes.
Oh, look at the crappy plastic on it. Is this for kids? Is this a toy?
Yeah, no, they definitely it looked like they had a higher budget in
Looks
Short
like you're
Circuit.
gonna get cancer from touching that thing.
It's like they just put a cell phone inside
They did. It does.
an
look like
alarm
it.
clock or something. All right. Well, let's
All
see.
right.
What is this guy? He's lisping already. That's already a bad sign.
Thrill me.
Thrill me.
We are essentially entering a new industrial revolution.
We're going to wipe out millions of jobs in the United States.
Well, how far we are going to go? Could you
That dancing robot is going to wipe out millions of jobs in the United States.
To the sound of creepy music.
Yeah.
They try
Ominous.
to kind of like send a scary message in this dancing
Yeah, I guess.
robot. It's gonna wipe out millions of jobs, but look what it can do! It can prance
It's
and dance.
totally worth it. Yeah.
All for your money.
Let's just
All you
displace
want.
half of the world so we can have a robot dance. You figure they would have come further.
They're just stretching out the budget. Money laundering, I think it's called, isn't it?
Yeah, they got to get their grants from somewhere. Let's see.
be that everything that
Oh, wow, I can flip a coin.
Oh
We
my
have
God,
robots.
Wow, the 5-year-old can do that. Now there's this complicated machine worth of thousands of dollars.
I'm sure, yeah, millions of dollars or
Yeah.
billions. Who knows how much it costs for all the research that they needed to do to make that happen.
It takes up a lot of space too, but it can flip a coin.
Yeah, these are,
Useful inventions.
I guess this is what high IQ society does with their time. They they get grants to learn how to make a machine do something that you can teach a toddler to do in a few seconds. That takes, what, decades to make a machine do it? Okay.
Check out, there's a guy in a suit. He's
Yeah.
gonna tell us something important.
Well, he's got a suit on. I like that tie. It looks a little thick, though, for his collar. I don't know, maybe he needs a fashion counseling. Plus, he may have lost some weight. He's a little...
Yeah,
all
it
right.
does look a little. All right.
Unless he
wait.
got that thrift store. Okay, here we go.
can be automated.
Oh, look at that. Ominous tones. Looking up. This robot, he's
Wow,
looking down
how
on
big
you.
is the robot? I mean, it looks like one of those.
It's the size of the computer screen.
Baby R Us, top of the line, top shelf. Oh man, this is so.
I think it would be responsible to just
Oh, no, that's gross. How's that? Is that sexy? This
Sexy
is what all the
lips.
incels are going to be
This is where the nerds are gonna get all their
copulating with. They can't get any real women. And you notice they always make a
Lubricated.
woman, right?
lubricated hole.
That's gross. Are those lips lubricated enough for you? All right. Now
Also
she needs a
looks
wig.
Also looks like cancer waiting to happen. Let me crawl into your mouth. Oh, sorry.
let the consequences rip. And then we find that large numbers of people are displaced and miserable and angry.
All right,
and
there's a
well-armed.
stock footage of some just people walking down the street, and then there's a stock footage of a gun.
And he says these people right here. Okay.
These people
Let the
can't.
consequences rip.
Wait.
And then we find that large numbers of people are displaced
Wait,
and
listen.
miserable and angry. and well-armed.
And well-armed. Did you see those homeless, well-armed
Yeah,
people?
They
with
look like they didn't have enough money for a jacket, but I'm sure they have a couple of
a few $1,000s for
weapons
for automatic
stashed in
weapons.
their
Yeah.
tent. That's
Well.
where all the money goes for the weapons.
Yeah, they lost their jobs, but they got enough money. They're so angry. They begged for change. What were they busking, playing "Come as You Are" on the sidewalk for 12 years, so they can save up enough money for
We'll work for an Uzi.
so I can go shoot someone that should have given me a job.
Shoot some robots.
All right, here we go. And I suppose this is more stock footage. Where'd they get it? Pond 5. Here we go.
Just figure, well, let's see what happens.
Who's this guy?
Oh yeah, let's see what happens. Let's come up with something completely dumb and see what happens. Like Facebook.
Yes.
What happened? We live in a stupider society.
Yeah.
Even stupider than you can ever imagine.
And they all thought it was going to make it, like they thought these these iPads and everything were going to make kids smarter, and it finally turned out that it makes them dumber. They can't navigate three-dimensional space.
Right. Years later, they all come out, all these developers, apologizing and saying, well, yeah, I guess it just was a failed experiment.
And I don't have a Nostradamus complex or anything, delusions of grandeur, but I think it was pretty obvious. It should have been. It was obvious to me, and I remember talking about it quite a bit, that all this, the Facebook, the social media, the iPads, the smartphones were all going to be detrimental to our health and our brains. And apparently now, after spending billions of dollars making it and then billions of dollars of research to try to figure out that it's actually bad for you, seems like
now we're going to spend millions of dollars on pharmaceuticals on how to get your brain back.
Yes, and psychiatry. All right, let's.
Yeah, psychotropic drugs for kids. Yay.
The end of work.
Yay, it can walk.
It's the end. I thought the robots were going to be doing the work. So there's just no work anymore at all. The Earth is just going to turn into a gelatinous soup, where things just are. All right, let's see. So this is this modeled after a kangaroo or
I don't know.
a centaur? I can't try to.
Centaur. Wait, don't centaurs have horse legs?
Yeah, are these not horse? What are these? Goat legs? Is this modeled after Mephistopheles or Baal? Who the hell was the goat? All right, here we go. Oh, wow, look. People, this is a moment to be remembered and documented. Look at these cell phones. This guy is getting up high.
This is going to go in the annals of history as success.
He wants a bird's eye view of this robotic chicken. It looks like, that's what it looks like. It looks like some sort of...
Exactly, yeah, a chicken that's stomping on a worm and trying to kill it.
Yeah, well, let's see.
We need machines that can go up and down stairs,
maybe it's a wine press machine.
Wait, we need machines that can go up and down stairs?
We don't have humans for that. Yay, I can amputate my legs. Finally, I don't need them anymore to walk up and down the stairs.
They can't take an elevator or a dumbwaiter or a... What about handicapped people? Don't they?
Yeah, what about the seats that
they take ramps?
fly you up the
Yeah,
stairs?
that's right. So and that was a machine. So maybe we could have a machine that takes machines upstairs. But we already have those. All right, never mind. What? Okay.
hallways and doorways, handle broken concrete, and
Handle broken concrete. What are we going to do with all this broken concrete? We need to spend billions of dollars on a machine.
So we could handle it.
Handle it.
Because we can't handle it.
Yeah, our hands are insufficient. They're not tough enough. I get calluses. I don't like it.
Wait, I know this is like edited out of bigger context, but does he even listen to what is coming out of his mouth? I mean, he says a lot of really dumb shit and provides me with a lot of material to comment on. It feels like we're going to take forever to get to the end because there's so much one can say.
Well, it'll be a good video podcast. What are we doing? I don't even know.
Something.
we're going to need machines that can go up and down stairs, go through hallways and doorways, handle broken concrete, and just generally go where people go.
Okay, people aren't good enough to go where people go, I guess.
I'm at a robotics show at the forefront of what is quickly becoming reality.
Oh, here comes the narrator with his wonderful...
Quickly becoming reality. Wasn't
Quickly
this
becoming
since
reality.
The 80s been becoming reality?
I don't know, I think even long before that.
Most likely, yeah.
Quickly becoming reality, and he's got to have that PC lisp. All right, here we All right, Joel Stonington, AJ Plus.
Can you really like push it around? Can I give it a shot?
What is this AJ Plus? Is this where all these geeks work, or what?
I don't know. Maybe it's just a guy who
He wants
made
to push
this
around a robot.
documentary. Oh, so they created a robot you can push around. Maybe it's a useful invention. I don't know.
Yeah, we can send it after
Stress
bullies.
relieving. Let me push you around. I'll take it all, master.
Yeah. So yeah, sorry, bully. Talk to my robot. All right. What's he gonna do about cyberbullying? That's what I want to know. All right. All right. Which one's Joel? The guy with the name that's under?
Can you really like push it around? Can I give it a shot? Yeah.
Wait. What's the point of this robot? To push him around?
Yeah, man.
But he does. He looks like that. That Simpsons robot with the saw blades that were cutting the other robots in half.
Oh, the Battle of the Robots? Or
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
it's called. Yeah.
The one that tried to kill Homer because he just had a mallet in a mailbox or something. All right. Well,
That's pretty awesome.
this is so
That's
amusing.
pretty
That was
awesome.
worth it. That was worth all those billions of dollars.
Oh my God! Get
research.
a girlfriend. That's way more awesome.
Yeah. Try it. It's pretty cool. Fucking women. All right. Here we go.
Stress relieving too.
It's going to start to be a pretty commonplace thing to see
You know, I don't like the way his feet are designed. That's a.
It's gonna be a pretty commonplace thing to see. Common thing to see. So get used to seeing that.
I know. It's,
People will be punching robots.
look at this. Is that his
On
Achilles heel? Is his Achilles tendon?
Well, we know how to kill it then.
Yeah, exactly. Just
Just strip it.
this robot probably. I mean, the other one seemed a little more agile. I don't know about this one though. This guy doesn't look too light on his feet.
robots trundling around
Oh,
in
these are my
buildings
favorite.
on the street,
Oh, this is the pen bringer.
R2D2 or what is it?
Yeah.
etc. And that's only going to grow and grow and grow.
Yeah,
Oh,
tell me
please
about it.
don't.
I'll tell you what's going to grow and grow and grow. The erections and the pants of these guys making these AI. If they can even get it up anymore. It looks like their testosterone levels are at an all-time low. All right. Sorry. Drifting off there. Why is there a picture of an old automobile there?
I guess he's talking about how
Technology.
revolutionary all of this is. Yeah.
This walking chicken is? All right.
Hearst spun this company out of his robotics research at
All right. Here
In
comes the
buildings,
list man
on
again.
the streets, etc. And that's only going to grow and grow and grow.
Jonathan Hearst spun this company out of his robotics research at Oregon State University.
In
Oregon
general,
State.
people's lifestyles are going to change. And that's going to change the way cities live, too.
This is a story about how robots will affect jobs.
Wait. This is a story. So wait, the story has a beginning, a middle, and an end, and a cast.
Not
Right.
this one.
All right. This is a story. Tell me a story about Jonathan and his company.
But first, we need to understand how far artificial intelligence and robotics have already come.
Really? We need to understand that? Do you need to understand that?
Please don't. No, I don't.
Tell me
I-
why I need to
I don't
understand
think it have gone that far though. It
Well-
feels pretty stupid and retarded.
Scare tactics. I don't know. Maybe they're preparing us. But look at these guys. They're so into it. Like, doesn't anyone ever just look at anything anymore?
They're looking at it through their phones. They're looking at a piece of technology through a piece of technology. And it's all going into the cloud. Building memories.
Yes.
Way to go.
Building memories for the cloud.
All of them are on the phone. Check it. No one's even looking. That
No.
guy's just looking at his phone. He's not even impressed
Yeah.
with the chicken legs.
Yeah, this guy, he's texting with his mother, I guess. Are you coming home for dinner?
I made falafels.
Mom, I'm 45 years old. Yeah, but you still live in the basement, so you need to be home for supper. Okay.
Warehouses and factories are being run by robots as the lights are turned off to save on energy costs. Sensors that power
To save on energy costs. How much energy are the robots using?
They're automated. It's sun powered, solar powered.
Solar powered? Oh, they charge them during the day. They put them out in the parking lot, I guess, right?
Yeah, just as if there's not a lot humans in the world to begin with to occupy the streets. Now we're going to have more robots in the cities.
So
Imagine the crowds of people and robots
bumping
jumping.
into each other?
Yeah,
Ugh, I had enough trouble not
it-
bumping into people when I
idiocracy.
lived in Koreatown. How are we going to do it? All right, so
Let's just hope they're not made by Koreans.
Is this? Don't be racist. All right.
Sorry.
Is this?
Not
It's
sorry.
training it to play foosball here. What's going on?
Autonomous movement are much faster than ever before.
Oh, ever
Cars
before.
and planes are operating by themselves.
By
That's amazing.
themselves.
You know who else operates by themselves? My dog.
Yeah.
And we didn't have to do anything. She was
Yeah, she just came that way. Didn't even need to invent anything.
she was free. Actually, I see some ants over there crawling through the window. Those things are pretty autonomous. All right.
Robots are doing fine detail work and responding to our every move. They're entering the service sector, displacing fast food workers.
Responding to our every move. Look at this move. Is there a robot somewhere responding to it? I mean, I guess the camera. Is that a robotic camera? Look at this thing. He gets to serve coffee.
Oh, you get to pay extra to see a piece of plastic waving at you and making you I'm sure, a shittier cup of coffee, because I've seen some women or some bartenders in general, or baristas, what they call,
I think so.
shake up all those shakes and iced coffees and tea. Way more impressive, guys. Do better.
And they
can do better.
You can do better, and they can smile at you too. This robot is leaving me
eye
feeling
contact
cold.
Yeah, this is just.
Do you leave him gratuities for a job well done? What if it malfunctions? Can you talk to its manager? What do you? All right. What if this robot looks like he's got an attitude. I think personally, he thinks he's better than I am. So, no tip.
And baristas.
What is he
In
jerking?
5 to 10 years'
Oh, it's your
time,
favorite.
robotics is going to disappear from our awareness.
Oh, really?
Yay, we can hammer
5
a
to
nail
10 years'
now.
time.
And it takes a lot longer than if a human does it.
Well,
but this is progress.
Yeah, a hammer. Wow, amazing.
Check out
Toddler.
that guy. He's like really excited.
He
Oh my
is.
God, this is a breakthrough. This is a breakthrough.
Yeah, clearly doesn't have a woman in his life. Maybe he should have this woman in his life. You know, where is she?
Responding to our every move. They're entering the service sector, displacing fast food workers and baristas.
In 5 to 10 years' time, robotics is going to disappear from our awareness.
Well, in 5 to 10 years' time, maybe she should grow her hair back and look like a normal human being. Is she trying to look like a robot? In
Wait,
5
did
to
she
10
say
years'
in
time.
5 to 10 years' time, robotics is going to disappear
No.
from our.
Oh, yeah, awareness,
Awareness.
because it's going to be so normal that somehow we are not
We're
going to
just
be able
gonna
to.
adjust.
We're not going to be racist against robots anymore. We're going to be fully
Oh man,
colorblind.
I'm the half full type of person then, because when she said that, I thought, oh well, in 5 to 10 years, they're just gonna disappear from our awareness. Like we're just not gonna have this bullshit
So-
because it's much more smarter not to do this.
I guess. Are they going to have like robot cultures? Like different countries have different robot cultures, and they have different
Hierarchies,
different beliefs.
supremacies, racial wars. Follow
Exactly.
in the same stupid footsteps as humans.
Yeah, you have like
That will prove you something.
Chinese people make Chinese-looking AI, and then
Oh yeah, of course.
what European? Well, I don't know if there's going to be a Europe left in by the time they start making these AI, but let's say each country has AI that looks and behaves
Yeah, it's gonna have
more like their culture.
flavor.
Of course, by that time, culture may be erased. Who knows?
Oh, it's all gonna be global. Everything is the
Baristas.
same.
In 5 to 10 years' time,
You guys love seeing
robotics
this.
is going to disappear from
I'm sorry. Who told her this hair color was a good idea? I mean, once you graduate middle school, I think you got to stop it with haircuts like this. Oh, great. What is my internet is mad at me because I'm mocking this woman? There we go.
Fast
Oh,
food
yeah.
workers
Oh, here
and
we go.
baristas.
In 5 to 10 years' time, robotics is going to disappear from our awareness because it is going to be what all of our smart
heart.
products
Oh, it's so
It can heart. It can feel love.
sentimental.
Did you know robots can feel love? I didn't know that. It's expressing its love to the Samsung. What is it? What is it? iPad?
Some pad. Yeah.
All right.
and do.
Robots are replacing jobs like security guards with self-driving surveillance vehicles.
Security guards with self-driving surveillance vehicles. I bet he liked saying that sentence. It had so many S's and T's in it. Just fits in perfectly with his lisp.
Do you think this is actually his lisp, or it's just like a really heavy de-esser on his voice?
No,
Or am I just hoping it is
What-
a de-esser?
what I think is he's kind of half illiterate and is he sound like a toddler that is trying to teach himself how to read. It sounds like his mother's there, and he's having trouble
And the
pronouncing every word. He's trying to enunciate. Robots. Listen how
Robots are replacing jobs like security guards with self-driving surveillance vehicles.
Self-driving
All right, so I really want to know what the hell. Like these people didn't talk like this in the past. Why are people talking like this now?
Why are we, yeah.
Is there something anatomically different about the human
robots-
palate where they need to pronounce things like this all the time? I mean, I know this was at one point part of the gay culture, but now this is happening to people who supposedly aren't gay. They need to talk like this because they have no testosterone or something.
But do you think that the mouth is just atrophied because of all this robotics that's coming into our awareness? It's difficult to talk like that.
Yeah, I think that you raise a good point there. I think because people are no longer conversing with one another, but because they're conversing through social media and
Good
Twitter,
point. Uh-huh.
that they are no longer familiar with long form conversation or reading things
Yeah,
aloud.
they don't train their mouths.
Yes.
Well, no one's reading anything, apparently. I found out
No.
from some teenagers. They laughed at me when I asked them if they read a book.
Yes. Yeah. And it seems to be books are so passe.
I read a passage in a book. I applaud you.
Meh. Well, look at this. Do not play on or around. What are these people doing? I thought it just looks like they're playing. And who are they talking to? Are there children running around here? Or are they telling the adults not to play around these things? I don't see any children. These are all grown people, right? In their
Well,
30s and 40s. Like, who is
Grown is probably an overstatement.
grown?
Since they're there and doing that, but
So security, we're going to have robots, and then, but isn't this out? And then we make robot criminals. So what the? And they're gonna.
But
we're
what if they have weapons in them and then something like misfires in their electrical wiring and then they'll just start shooting people at the malls or something?
Yeah, you never know. Someone could have.
I didn't.
There should be a short circuit in someone's cell phone, or who knows.
Well, think
Or
about
what-
it. It is much more rare to come across a maniacal psycho with weapons.
A
than-
human,
A human, yeah. Then if there's robots all around us and they're all of a sudden
and they're armed.
functioning and they're armed, are you kidding me?
And
There's going to be so much so many injuries.
Yeah, and aren't they going to be running on software that could potentially be hacked
Oh,
by
of
anyone?
course.
I mean,
I'm sure there's going to be all sorts of viruses.
I'm not a robotics expert, but just seems the way it may end up happening. And this is plugged in? Is this the cord?
It's not going too far.
All right, here we go.
I said step away from the machine.
Oh, I'm impressed.
Seriously.
Step away
Hey.
from the machine.
Hey.
Seriously, so this is the guy with the lisp? He's got a beard and a lisp. Okay, here we go.
5, 4, 3,
What, really?
2.
We're not all the way there. This company had a few public mishaps, like this
Yeah, no
robot
shit.
suicide in a fountain.
Robot suicide.
I've heard about it before, too, in Japan when they were also creating robots.
You don't think it was an accident?
I don't. Listen, they created a male and a female robot, and a male robot after a while started tearing out wires in his wrist. I mean, that's creepy and
Over
crazy.
a woman? Yeah, that is.
Well, think about it. It's such a human way to go. I mean, was it programmed in there or
It's like that. Yeah, it's like that study.
suicide? How would a piece of technology come up with a concept like suicide?
Yeah.
Self-destruction.
Yes. Father, why did you create me? I am miserable. Maybe there's other sexist robots from, I don't know, it's probably a European country, right? All the white robots are going to be sexist and racist, so I guess the robot got depressed. I met a racist robot. He called me the R word.
But didn't the word robot, I think you told me that, or maybe I read it from somewhere, came from the Russian word rab,
yeah.
which is the word for slave.
Yeah.
So
That's what I had
they're
read
already
somewhere,
slaves.
Well, yeah, that's
servants. I mean, that's the point of inventing them, right? And why do people want to have servants? That's what I want to know.
well, because I guess they think they're going to sit around scratching their nuts playing video games or being virtual reality or, I don't know, sex slaves. I mean, what are all these AI? It was like that movie from the 80s too, the Cherry 2000, right? And
yeah, all the AI robots. I mean, that's pretty much
Well, you have to
wipe out the entire sex slave industry or prostitution. Prostitutes are going to be so pissed off, man. Don't do that. You're going to have a bunch of pissed off
Displaced.
women on streets
prostitutes.
striking
Yes.
robots.
I've been making my living for 15 years on the streets as a prostitute. Now these robots just
I'm
come
a
and...
slut and I'm proud of it.
What?
Sorry, I don't know.
What does that have to do with anything?
Well,
Were the robots or a slut? All right, let's go on. Getting
Let's
off on a
move on,
tangent.
yes.
But there was something, I had a point. You interrupted me.
Sorry.
I asked the CEO about it.
You're never going to learn.
CEO.
The CEO.
Is he,
What
he's the
does that mean?
CEO of what? Just
Of what
AJ?
exactly.
A plus J plus? All right. Let's hear Mr. CEO.
Without actually being out in the field.
So the kinks are getting worked out quickly, and today it's impossible to see such futuristic technology.
Such futuristic technology.
This is futuristic?
Yeah, Toys R Us. What is this?
I know, right?
I had this when I was a
like
kid. Come on.
What was that really creepy Teletubbies? I mean, this
Yeah,
looks
that's
like a
exactly what it looks
Teletubby.
like.
This
Alright.
is progress.
Steam.
Ooh, I like the
Steampunk?
Good,
This doesn't look like...
nice design there. Who designed it? A first year design school student for free.
Yeah.
This is horrible.
Well, I
Bad
like the
taste.
kindergarten colors.
Yeah.
'Cause we
Well,
all
I
have to
guess,
be.
well, maybe they are marketing it to kindergartens then.
Without
Oh
wondering.
yeah, the kids are the future. You get them
Hooked.
you get them hooked, and then everyone else follows. And it happens because adults end up being so fucking lost. They they don't know what to do themselves. They emulate teenagers. You see all these like middle-aged older women dressing up like teenagers.
Right.
And
Well, they feel out of place already. That's how behind they are, and they're just desperately trying to cling to whatever is trendy.
yeah, whatever happened to like hating the youth? That was the whole point. That was the cool thing about being grown up, right? You got to just like thumb your nose at the youth. Like, man, you guys are fucking stupid. Your music sucks. Your movies suck. You guys don't know anything about the basic subjects in school. Right? Isn't that what they always, education goes down, blah, blah. You always got to hear your parents. When I was in 5th grade, I could do trigonometry and blah, blah, blah. And now
Oh yeah, things were just so much better back then.
All right.
Not every generation will tell you that.
Let's see. These, and is it? Do you feel good looking into the eyes of these? It's so cold.
No, and there's probably cameras behind there.
Well, you know there's
might
cameras
be
behind there.
Taking a crap, and it might be like aired to an entire China. Oh, look, a stupid American taking a crap. Like
I
that.
take offense to the fact that it thinks it can just manipulate its eyebrows and manipulate my moods. Like, see these up. You think I'm going to trust you because your eyebrows are curved in this upward fashion? You think that's going to make me, I'm going to respond psychologically to that?
About the impact on jobs.
What is it, the thing trying to kiss me? What the fuck is
Puckered its lips.
Puckers
towards
its lips.
It's impossible to see such futuristic technology without wondering about the impact on jobs. An endless array of robots are
This guy can do squats.
in our everyday lives.
It looks like
Pair
I
that
can
with advanced.
just kick it, and wouldn't know what to do.
All right, let's listen to what he has to say. Give him his fair chance to be
I'm
heard.
sorry.
In artificial intelligence, machine learning, 3D printing, and the changes are hard to comprehend. Worldwide, 800 million jobs could be automated by 2030.
Worldwide, 800 million jobs could be automated by 2030. 800 million. All right. Source, McKinsey and Company. Do you know this source? Are
I
they
have no
trustworthy?
idea.
Oh.
But they put those.
He's got an Irish name. That must make him
Oh, yeah.
trustworthy. We know.
Well, they put that really important, immediate soundtrack on it.
Yeah.
As if it's some
One of those arpeggiated
honest data.
Yeah. We can trust the data.
In the United States,
And this graphic, the graphic designers who did this, they're just spot on.
They're killing it.
Yeah.
They're killing it.
73 million
A
jobs.
plus.
up to 73 million jobs.
Up to 73 million.
So
up
this is
to. You could say it could be up to a million. It won't be, but or it may not. The chances are not probable. What are the probabilities that it's going to be up to 73 million jobs?
Well, this is a bold estimation, but then if we know that all these jobs are going to be eliminated, we're still gonna go through it. And
Oh, it's worth it. We can have a
okay.
dancing chicken. I mean, why not?
At risk. Changes like these have taken place throughout
Changes. Oh, you gotta love this graph. Now, changes like these have been taking place. What's he gonna say? Let's listen.
history, like the industrialization.
Throughout history, like the industrialization of. Come on, let's hear you.
Changes like these have taken place throughout history, like the industrialization of agriculture. Only this time, it's on a far faster time scale.
Really? Well, according to your graph, it looks like it's not on a faster time scale at all. And what are you
Yeah.
measuring here? what units are being measured? I just see a
bunch of-
yellow line going
a
down.
bunch of
and
a
some
bunch
numbers.
of random years and
What does that mean? Employment change in agriculture. And the source is the U.S. Census Bureau. You would figure that the U.S. Census Bureau would be a little more accurate. They'd have a little more data than just a yellow line
without any indicators.
from 1850. Who was convinced by this graphic?
Why did
Oh,
we
wow.
Why did we stop at 2010? There has not been any progress since 2010 to what is it?
This was published
2019?
a year
A year
ago.
ago.
Yeah, January 23rd,
I guess they
2018.
stopped the data right there.
Yeah.
Or they do it like in quarters.
Or maybe the data, whatever data it was, they're not showing us any data. They could have just made up more crap that we can believe
Look,
in.
I can animate a line.
This is like any 12-year-old on YouTube can show you how to do this. Employment change in agriculture. So who is employed and where and why? What the fuck is going on here?
You
And
just trust him.
what are they doing? They're going to employ robots. All right. Thanks for drawing a yellow line. I mean, I'm totally convinced about something. I have no idea what you're trying to convince me about.
Yeah.
All right.
Jonathan
Jonathan. Let's listen to Jonathan again.
Who's Jonathan?
I don't-
He came up in the beginning. He's like something.
it's on a
Maybe.
far
All right,
faster time
Jonathan.
scale.
Faster time scale. Even according to this, it looks like it's on a slower time scale. It seemed like it was sinking. Wait. Anyway, it's sinking much faster, right? From 1850 down to 1970. And once it got to 1970, it seemed like there was very little change from it. Didn't drop,
No.
hardly dropped at all. Your graphic is not like, it's not illustrating the sentence, the statement that you're trying to make. Or the proclamation, whatever you want to call it. All right.
Jonathan said he too has
Is
concerns about job displacement.
Definitely something
He too is. He has concern. What
He
are
has
his concerns? He's
not
obviously
gonna
getting
yeah displaced.
He's gonna keep himself at the top of the money
He's
pyramid.
inventing the displacers.
All right.
He too is
Yeah.
concerned.
So why are you concerned? Don't be a hypocrite. God, this guy's making me lisp.
Jonathan said he too has concerns about job displacement.
definitely something that can be handled well as long as governments and policymakers are aware of these changes that are happening. And
Governments and policymakers. Aren't these
Oh.
going to be taken over by robots
They'll
too?
be aware. They're gonna put a tax on anything.
planning for it and preparing for it.
You think we're doing that?
I do not think that we're doing that at present.
Numerous companies turned down requests to talk about the effects automation.
What? Someone, were they vaping there? Drinking something? What is going on there? In the Uber? All right, let's listen to this limp-wristed guy here. Okay.
The effects automation will have on employment. Numerous companies turned down requests to
Numerous companies. That's nice. That's nice language there. Numerous. It's impactful and super vague.
Yeah.
How vague
Just
is
paints
that?
a picture.
Numerous companies. All right, what's he going to say about numerous companies? They are showing concern too?
Numerous companies turned down requests to talk about the effects automation will have on employment.
You know, you don't want to write a banner over
Wait, numerous companies turned down
The request.
the request.
To talk about
What, this guy's requests or who? He requests to talk to him about. They turned. Maybe they just didn't have time. Maybe they just didn't like the guy's fucking lisp. Maybe like,
Maybe they just don't know what's gonna happen.
What is he trying to say
Maybe they just
with that statement? These are just like empty statements. Okay, here we go.
your company logo. We are
Automation expert. Who made him an automation expert? And automating what? That's a big field. Automation. All right. Johannes. Manius.
He has an accent and a suit,
Yes,
so he's worth listening to.
he is, and he's a very nice tie.
And he's
American.
smiling.
He's smiling, and he has books in the background. You think he's read those books?
Oh, that is always a sign of intelligence. Books in the background.
I don't know. He's I like him though. I get generally a positive feeling from this guy, unlike some of the other guys in this video.
Company logo, we are America's job killers, correct? So like, that's the last thing that you want to do.
And one of America's biggest job killers may be driverless
So what, Germans are driverless vehicles? Oh, here we go. All right, here.
vehicles already driving on our roads. This promo video shows Google's subsidiary
Why is he so already driving on our roads? Why is he like drawing out the words so much? Come on, pick up the pace. I'm gonna put this on like double speed.
video shows Google's subsidiary, Waymo, operating self-driving vehicles on the
Waymo.
road without a
We need Waymo cars on the road that don't have drivers.
Get it? Way more cars.
I don't know.
On a
That's
slowpoke, right? Because we don't have enough cars on our roads.
Is that
There's
what
just
I-
not enough hours spent in traffic jams. We need Waymo cars.
with cameras on top.
Waymo.
All right, tell us about Waymo. You lame-o.
self-driving vehicles on the road without a driver to take the wheel if something goes wrong. But companies like Google, Toyota, Tesla, GM, and Uber declined to discuss innovation or jobs, even as they greenlit the use of these
They
promotional
declined to talk about it. It's probably copyright like and patents that they're trying to protect. Right? You can't just expect these
Well,
companies.
Yeah, you can't just disclose information.
And I don't even
before
like these
anything
companies.
comes out.
I'd probably think the world would be a much better place if all these companies would cease to exist. But still, like, you can't accuse them of like not wanting to disclose secret information or whatever the hell he's accusing them of. All right.
even as they greenlit the use of these promotional videos.
We're recreating a scenario where we've had a pickup truck drive along the track and actually dump some hay bales out of the back randomly. So what you're going to see is our car senses, does a safe lane change, senses the next one, and also then
What the
changes
hell
back.
does that prove? He had so much time. A normal human could have reacted totally. That was. Did you see how much?
Yeah, I know. It would have
distance
impressed
there
me
was?
more if they,
It was just
there were
like
more
right in
cars
front
coming.
of it.
Yeah, gridlock traffic.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
The vehicles are arriving faster than many might expect.
What does that mean? Then many might expect who? Retards?
I don't think people even think about it.
It's arriving
futuristic
faster
car.
than many might expect.
That just looks like a box.
Why is every sentence this guy says has no point? It's like that Planes, Trains, and Automobiles movie with John Candy and Steve Martin. And John Candy's is always just droning on, telling these stories, and Steve Martin's going crazy. He's like, here's a bit of advice when you're rambling on, telling these long, twisted stories. I can't remember the exact quote, but he's like, have a point. It makes it so much more interesting for the listener. All right. And this documentary would be so much more credible if this guy said anything that was actually something.
Yeah.
Make a point. What is it a point that it's arriving more quickly than many would expect? You can say that about anything. This ice cream tastes more like vanilla than many people would expect, coming from a chocolate ice cream. I know.
The vehicles are arriving faster than many might expect. GM
Many might expect. What kind of slippery language
What
is
was
that?
the point of that sentence? Many might. A flock of ducks are flying faster from the south than many might expect. I mean,
All right. Are you lisping now?
sorry.
Stop it. You're going to make me lisp. This is contagious. This is why this guy's lisping. It's been
This
contagious.
is why everyone is lisping. From now on, I'm going to overpronounce everything.
All right, fine. Just don't
Too
lisp.
annoying?
that a vehicle without any human control
Sorry.
would hit the streets in 2019.
2019, that's this year. So without any, let me hear that again.
GM announced that a vehicle without any human controls would hit the streets in 2019. And
All right, what does it mean by hit the streets?
It's 2019 and the ghetto's still a ghetto, and I see all sorts of drivers driving cars. I don't see no driverless cars.
You don't see no driverless cars.
Oh, no.
Stop lisping.
The ghetto.
The ghetto got into you. All right.
Oh.
Uber placed an order for up to 24,000 self-driving Volvos last year.
Uber? I thought that was the big job provider. No, it's a
That's
self.
the big job killer. as
Yeah,
they
it's
put it
okay.
in this.
You can't make money off of Uber anyway. It's a hoax. You end up losing more money by the time you're repairing everything. All right.
in order for up to 24,000 self-driving Volvos last year.
So someone made an order.
Volvos.
Volvos or Volvos? What'd you say?
Well, the way he says it, it could be heard.
Yeah, I don't think this guy's seen a Volvo for a while. Ain't had pussy since pussy had you. All right, here we go.
4,000 self-driving Volvos last year.
The task for society.
Oh, now we get to know who this guy is.
Finally,
Neil
chair
Jakobstein.
Chair of Artificial Intelligence and Robotics at Singularity University.
Wait, this guy's a chair? Can I sit on him? Wait. Didn't it used to be chairman? Did they have to take away like the man because that was sexist?
There's just so many words there. They needed to.
So this is like a newspaper. They need to cut the headline down so it fits. They could not have just used a smaller font. No? All right.
I don't know. I would have just put AI and robotics at Singularity University.
Yeah, that might have worked. I think most people know what AI is who are watching YouTube these days. All right, but he's the chair. Don't they have robot chairs now? Okay, of artificial intelligence. I can't pronounce anything anymore from listening to this guy. And
All right,
robotics
don't
at
get in the-
Singularity University. That sounds dangerous. Singularity.
Now, what? Explain it to me because I don't understand. What does Singularity University do? And what's singularity? in
Well,
that
singularity can mean quite a few things.
Well, that's why I'm asking.
So, but
It's confusing.
I think he's in his university. I think is referring to the definition. I keep wanting to lisp. Is referring to the definition of singularity, which has to do with when AI or artificial intelligence becomes more intelligent or better at everything than humans can possibly be. So, and
Tempting.
yeah, let's see. Anyway, what does Jakobstein have to say?
The task for society with regard to car driving, Uber drivers, taxi drivers, truck drivers, is to think about what we want to do with people who are displaced.
It's not hard to picture that.
Why did they edit him off? He didn't even get to make his point.
You're not gonna think about the people who are being displaced.
Yeah, no one does that. They think about their
on.
bank accounts.
Exactly. Fattening up those pockets.
Everyone's a resource. They're a number on a page. It's like, we got to sell more widgets to these idiots. All right. Speaking pigeon. All right.
Uber and Lyft-based gig economies collapse. It's not hard to picture the Uber and Lyft-based gig economies collapsing as self-driving cars arrive.
Yeah, it's not hard to picture. Thank you.
Thank you for letting me know.
Yeah, if it were hard to picture, maybe then that would need some commentary. You got to help paint a picture for us. All right, so let's see what these guys have to say. They look like they've had too much Starbucks.
Every day, those drivers are giving companies the valuable data needed to automate. Many in the gig economy are...
I don't consider that valuable data. And I don't consider any data needed to automate. All right, so I'm not going to get into the semantics of that.
unwittingly teaching artificial intelligence how to do their jobs.
Unwittingly.
What? They're teaching artificial intelligence how to do their jobs? Shouldn't it be just programmed into... Why do you need to teach him?
No, he said unwittingly. So it's like, yeah, by driving these cars, the AI, I think, is learning our habits and learning how we drive. Just like Google learns how we think by like monitoring all our searches.
But that's not a good prediction. I mean, if it's going to be learning from a commoner...
Yeah, then it's going to be crashing into everyone, just like commoners. Let's see. Well, what I want to know is, are these robots going to have insurance when they're driving? And then who do you blame? And then, like, does the insurance come? And of course,
well, everything will be probably recorded. There's probably going to be cameras all over the
But do the vehicles call the insurance company?
I'm sure.
And then they get an automated response.
Like all those, well, idiocracy or the old-fashioned Stallone movies.
Yeah.
Right, whatever, with
Oh, like Time, was it not Time Cop? But something like that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. With the rat-nosed girl.
yeah.
All right. Sandra Bullock.
Yep.
That's right. And, Demolition Man. I think that was the name of it.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, so were you going to say something witty about that? I don't remember.
No, I'm just, how is that news? We've already seen it in the cars. Like,
Oh, yeah.
all right, we're creating
Driverless cars.
well, yeah, jail boxes on wheels that control everywhere we go.
Yeah, they can lock you
trap
in.
us. They can rat us out to authorities, fine us, maybe even gas us. You never know.
Gas. Yeah, really good.
Gas leaky a thing in there, and then but it'll be a special kind of gas that would make it look like you died of natural causes.
The anti-Semitic car.
Oh my God, this is a brilliant invention to control the population.
It is.
I should patent it.
You should.
I'll make millions, billions of dollars.
Yes. And then you'll ironically die in one. All right.
Of course I will.
All right. I like the music.
3% of the American workforce drives for a living.
Really? 3% of the American workforce drives for a
Doesn't
living.
feel like it.
Well, everyone drives to work, right? Except those idiots taking the bus. All right, here we go.
That doesn't include hotels along highways, truck stops, restaurants, and other support jobs.
That's a pretty... Is that litter? Did the robots litter? Okay. Why aren't there any AI cleaning up this crap? That's what I want to know. All right, so let's
Support jobs. The American workforce drives for a living, and that doesn't include hotels along highways, truck stops, restaurants, and other support jobs.
So, he's saying that 3%... This is a weird sentence. 3% of Americans drive for a living, right? And that doesn't include hotels. What does that mean? I guess he's trying to say that there's even more people working to service the drivers driving for a living. That's what he's trying. He could have worded that better. That was pretty. That was a. He made a lot of assumptions there that we know what the hell he's talking about.
That's why we're doing this. We're helping people out to understand this by our providing.
People make a lot. I notice that more and more. Like the more social media becomes normalized, the more people assume that you always know what they're talking about, and they never explain themselves. People don't even tell stories anymore, right? When they're telling you a story, it's like there's no setup, there's no punchline, there's no point, right? They just speak in tweets, and you're supposed to understand.
The new iPhone came out, and I totally went and bought it.
Don't be a liar. Yeah. No, I know. That's not a true story. I understand. All right. True story. All right, here we go. We're never going to make it through this video, but...
Total trucker salaries alone add up to $300 billion per year.
Mm-hmm.
So it should come as no surprise that Uber got into the trucking business by building a technology platform for delivering freight, and by buying...
Wait, who's making the money then? Uber got... Well, all right.
Wait.
If there's 300 billion... Is that what he said? 300 billion?
Technology platform for delivering freight. So it should come as no surprise that Uber got into the trucking business.
Let's hear that fake.
Jobs. Total trucker salaries alone add up to $300 billion per year.
That's true. Okay, so total trucker salaries alone add up to $300 billion per year. Right? Now, did he give a country? He didn't, right? He just said total. Does that mean throughout the entire world?
Yeah.
So now, what I
this guy's just spot on.
Yeah, he did his homework. So 300 million. So obviously Uber wants to get in on that, right? But now with automation, is that what he's talking about? Or is he, because if you automate everything, are they going to be paying the robots the same salaries that they were paying?
No.
So then where's that $300 billion go? It's obviously going to disappear if you displace all these truckers, and it's going to be like, you know, whatever, $3 billion, and it's all going to just go to the people who own the robots, right? Is that what's going to happen?
Right. That's how you grow the gap between the rich and poor.
Yeah. The haves and the have-nots. There we go.
So it should come as no surprise that Uber got into the trucking business by building a technology platform for delivering freight and by buying an automated truck starter.
Did he say inventing a technology platform for delivering freight? What's the platform? Is it a platform like Facebook or something? What is
I don't know, boy.
a technology platform? He uses these words. He doesn't try to explain what they are in the context, this bizarre context that he's trying to use them in.
Is that Uber got into the trucking business by building a technology platform for delivering freight and by buying an automated truck startup called Otto.
If you're a truck driver right now and you haven't started thinking of getting some extra training, education or so, then you're in a difficult position.
Screwed.
So
some extra training. What?
You're
IT?
an educated trucker.
Everyone's going to be working in IT. Is that the point? So we're going to lose all these jobs, and
so
then
while
we're going
you're
to
driving a truck, go get a second education, writing code.
Yeah, because you have so much extra time.
Yeah.
Unless can you?
And money.
Are you going to be listening to podcasts about? Can you? can you get an education through podcasts or something? An IT education.
Online education.
And you can be an ethical hacker instead of a truck driver when everything. Excuse me. See, it's that tea. It always makes me burp.
Why not get education in programming all these truckers and then just hack all these driverless trucks and just, I don't know, bring them like to the edge of the dumpster, drive them all off the cliff.
What would I
It's going to cost a lot of millions of dollars.
I went to meet up with truckers at the Great American Trucking Show in Dallas, Texas.
More easily than like.
He doesn't burn in the sun probably as easily as.
So every black man is a superhero? Is that what he's saying? Like, being black is a superpower. That's crazy. Can we have a shirt like that, white people? I'm a white man. What's your superpower?
Oh no, we're gonna.
We'd probably be put in jail.
Yes, or just beat up.
Double standard. I don't know. All right, let's listen to what the superhero has to say.
Great American Trucking Show in Dallas, Texas. Trucker Brown was instantly
Trucker Brown? Is this guy's name?
It's a black guy, Trucker Brown.
It's a bit on the nose, isn't it? All right, let's hear you, Trucker Brown.
Recognizable because of his prolific YouTube page.
This is Trucker Brown.
We got to look up this guy's YouTube page.
Yeah, prolific.
He needs a manicurist though. Look at those fingernails. Look at that one. That's crooked. And what's he been doing with that fingernail? Fingering robots. All right, here we go.
You got a little dog right here.
What's going on? He does videos on everything about trucking, and that includes.
Nobody's perfect. And he's nobody.
All about trucking. Yeah, at least he's providing creative content.
Yeah. But he apparently he really likes himself. That was like high self-esteem, and that's good. Human potential movement. Look, nobody's perfect, and then he's got a name tag that says nobody.
Oh.
That's his name. So.
Clever.
Yeah,
Right?
that's shows some creativity. You think he made that shirt himself, or so he's not the one who's clever. He was just I mean, that's like buying
He's got good taste. Let's put it that way.
Are you seriously? You like his taste in shirts?
Well, let's just leave it ambiguous.
Okay. Let's see.
Information.
This was an avenue for people to go in to pull themselves out of poverty and have a middle-class job and an honest wage. And they want it to be gone.
It's hard to overstate the importance of an entry-level, middle-class job for millions of Americans.
Mm-hmm.
Every person that I see here is taking care of 4 other people, their family. Every single person you see. And that shows you how much trucking...
A lot of people are like that? Males especially? That work? Are taking care of 3 to 4 to 5?
It's pretty obvious. But I guess he needs to drive home his point. Let's see what he has to say.
Oh, I'm totally with you, guy. Fuck
feeding the country.
For Trucker Brown, the profession has given him a middle-class lifestyle where there are few other options.
There's another wonderful.
When I first seen automated trucks,
Nope.
the first thing I thought is...
Not today. All right, I'm trying to get this gag. What does this shirt mean?
Well, maybe if anyone asks him to do anything, he doesn't even have to respond and just point at the shirt.
But is he at work today? Oh, no, I guess he's at his little convention today. All right. Are those microphones? Are those like demagnetized? What? Are those things that keep away electromagnetic fields away from your head? Don't want to interfere with his superpowers. All right.
What else could I do? And I ended up being homeless a few times and trying to find my way. My granddad was a trucker. My father's a trucker. I have 3 brothers that are truckers.
Wait, so why was it so difficult for him to get into the trucking business? Why was he homeless several times?
No, because if it's going to be automated, now there's not going to be any truckers anymore.
Besides, he's a superhero. What, superheroes, don't they have work these days? Or you don't get paid to be a superhero? Thank you.
It's a thankless job.
Nope, not today. All right. Gotta love these people who take pride in their clever shirts. Okay.
Aunt's a trucker. If it becomes...
His aunt's a trucker. Okay.
Automated, that's gone. Then what are the blue collar of America supposed to do?
At the truck show, I met up with Todd Spencer, Executive Vice President of the Owner-Operator Independent Drivers Association.
That was a mouthful of nonsense that sounded important. All right, here we go.
Vast majority of the population, they really have no comprehension of just how essential trucks and truckers are.
Trucking is the most common job in 29 U.S. states.
It's really difficult to think that this is something that could be automated very quickly or very easily.
Like Todd, few of the truckers at the show believe automated trucks will arrive within the next decade.
Anybody who does technical backing into docks or driving in inner cities, automated trucks, good luck to them.
There's a lot of places to get into, so I don't think an automated truck can probably get into that place.
Nationwide, it's starting to sink in. A recent poll found that 72% of Americans expressed concerns about robots taking...
Oh,
all right.
Another poll.
Another poll.
Pew?
The Pew
Research Center.
Well, that tells you something. This research stinks. All right.
Oh, so now we have 2 cubes. I like the animation.
That's not a cube.
It's not a
Cubes
cube.
have equilateral. Never mind.
All right. What is it?
Is that a word?
Tell me.
Equilateral.
A vase.
There's a cube at the top here, though. This looks, no.
Yeah. Well, what is it then?
I think it'd have to be 75% to be a perfect cube. Anyway, I'm just being ridiculous. I don't know any of this, but apparently, they asked some people. I don't know who. Pew asked a research center.
So out of how many people were 33 enthusiastic and 72% worried?
But wait, were the people working at the research center asked this, or did people come into the research center?
These are all truckers who are enthusiastic versus worried? Are all these all people?
But like
people on the streets?
All right, we've gone to research centers, right, to make some extra money, and it's always these destitute people, and when
dialing in,
yeah, who go in there and remember they showed us clips from a movie or something,
yeah.
And you're just trying to get through as fast as you can because you're getting peanuts. You're getting $4 for a 20-minute survey, and you're like, ugh, and you're clicking, getting through as fast as you can. And the people working there They didn't care what we were answering at all. They were just
Oh,
trying to
no.
get through their day, fill their quotas for the day.
They're just trying to get rid of you as fast as possible.
So these research centers, Pew Research, I haven't looked it up, but this is his source. I'm just wondering what kind of due diligence they're actually doing. How do they pick these people? Why do people think that just because you make a little graphic with primary
Automation.
colors,
Enthusiastic, worried.
it's like they're just trying to show off their graphic skills, I think, rather than relaying any pertinent information.
It's cute. It's elementary.
72% are worried, 33% are enthusiastic. All right, let's hear what you got to say about your dumb little graphic.
2% of Americans expressed concerns about robots taking their...
Expressed concerns. I'd want to know what...
33%. But wait, no one's asked me. Aren't I somewhere in that percentage?
Well,
I don't remember Pew Research Center coming up to me and asking if I'm enthusiastic about...
Well, you weren't part of that survey. They obviously can't...
I got duped. My voice doesn't count.
No, these people are speaking for you. So that's why you have to go register to vote. Here we go. Let's listen to more of what they have to say. Because this is just... Oh, here. We get to watch it fill again.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. All right. These are the exciting parts of the documentary.
This is not exciting.
Oh, come on. Really? 2019. We have, like, the best broadband internet supposedly money can buy, and this is what happens? Yeah, man. Oh, it doesn't...
When it's cheaper to replace...
Oh, he didn't want me to look at his
I don't think
crappy
an automated
graphic
truck
again.
can probably get into that place.
Nationwide, it's starting to sink in.
Nationwide. I guess he's
What
talking
a
about the
claim.
U.S. again. Which nation? Because he keeps going back and forth between...
He's going to say Americans, yeah.
Oh, is he? I wasn't listening. I was too dazzled by these graphics, apparently. Okay. So, yeah, listen to the wording.
A recent poll found that 72% of
A recent poll found that 72% of
Americans expressed concerns about robots taking their jobs.
expressed concerns. What does that mean? Expressed concerns. Were they answering a question? They didn't just ask like a yes or no question. They said express concerns. I mean, did they actually give these people, whoever they were asking?
Will you be psychologically disturbed if a robot takes your workplace?
Or I don't. Well, they're just worried about it now. Shouldn't they just had like two choices on the this survey or this poll, as he calls it, worried or enthusiastic, right? Poll. What is this? A president? All right. So, and it just said, are you A, worried, B, enthusiastic, or C,
None of the
indifferent to automation taking your jobs? All right. So. Americans. Yeah, well, yeah, like you said, they didn't ask every American.
When it's cheaper to replace a worker with a robot, then eventually it'll happen.
Brown drives with LaShawn Parks, who also has a YouTube channel. They largely agree.
Well, that makes them. We got a YouTube channel. So, we are authorities. Did you know that? That made us an authority. Trucker Brown, he's got a YouTube channel.
And,
These guys, all you need to do is sign up for a Google account.
Yep.
All right. Well, apparently that people need it. People's the bar is set so low that just having the initiative to start a YouTube channel is apparently what makes you an expert on anything.
Happen.
Brown drives with LaShawn Parks, who also has a YouTube channel. They largely agree on the dangers of automated trucking.
Everything's automated. Everything's automated. So
Wait, they drive together? Or are they giving each other hand jobs to keep each other awake?
Sometimes I see them driving together, truckers,
I guess.
just for company.
But you know, to make it over, I guess make it overnight so they can just keep driving and driving and driving nonstop.
Maybe.
All right.
now you took my above the poverty line job. I say I'll just go work at a burger joint, and that's automated too. The thing is, when does it stop?
It's not going to, man.
26.
You're fucked,
That's
and
a
it
legitimate
sucks.
question, yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you draw the line?
But the incels have spoken. They want their sex robots. So you're out of a job, buddy. I'm sorry.
So are
I feel you.
prostitutes.
I wish you could keep.
Hey, yeah, and without any truckers, prostitutes again are screwed. I mean, come on. Stop fucking over prostitutes.
You really have an issue with prostitutes, don't you? You feel for them. All right.
It's a tough job, I imagine.
Well, I'm glad you're imagining it. All right.
A 2016 White House report
Oh no, White House report.
Ooh, the White House
2016.
Council of Economic Advisors. Oh, those guys.
At least this was a little more up to date. 2016 instead of 2010. White House Council of Economic Advisors. That's a nice.
A bunch of useless jobs created to siphon more money out of people.
Exactly.
Pyramid scheme.
What do you think, economic advisor? I think you bilk the American people for more money. What do you think? That sounds like a great fucking plan. Let's do it. Yeah, I need a new yacht. My daughter needs a sex change operation, so let's is that what they're called still? All right, here we go.
A 2016 White House report estimated that 1.3 to 1.7 million
estimated 1.3 to 1.7 million truck drivers. Wait, why does
Quite a bit of difference.
And why is the economic advisors of the White House Council privy to this information? And how did they estimate it? That's what I want to know. Did they use computers to estimate this? Robots? All right.
3 to 1.7 million.
And why are there 6 trucks here? Is that supposed to represent? Is this like Monopoly? Like a big red truck is worth like whatever. Okay.
And truck drivers are at risk for job automation. Add in taxi.
Why is that music there? I thought my phone was ringing.
Job automation.
I don't have a phone, by the way.
Add in taxis, chauffeurs, delivery trucks, and other drivers, and that number rises to 3.1 million.
Oh, wait. Okay. 3.1 million. They got a hard figure here, but they don't even know how many truck drivers.
So truckers, they're not sure, but add way more other cars.
And now they're sure. Suddenly, now that combined with the trucks, they know exactly how many millions of jobs are going to. Let's watch this again. See, now you people out there on YouTube watching all this garbage and trying to lecture your friends on on what you know and reposting this crap to Twitter. You got to pay attention to this shit because this is going to get you in trouble every time. Well, when you actually run into
a bunch of smart asses.
Yeah, people with any kind of cognitive ability. All right.
Stop.
A 2016 White House report estimated that 1.3 to
There's
1.7
the estimate.
million truck drivers are at risk for job automation. Add in taxis, chauffeurs, delivery trucks, and other drivers, and that number rises to 3.
Delivery trucks and other drivers.
This is so laughable. That
Yeah,
number was just pulled out of somebody's ass. But we put some serious music on it.
Yeah.
Put some graphics.
That wasn't even very serious music. They should have. I would have used more serious music than that.
Yeah, me too.
I would have used Cannibal Corpse. All right.
1 million. And even though Trucker Brown and LaShawn have an idea of what's coming, there's still healthy skepticism.
But I don't.
Wait, healthy skepticism? You're basically saying it's inevitable, but now you're saying the skepticism is healthy? Well, maybe it won't happen. That's healthy. All right. Do people just like attach words to one another? To me, yeah. It's like healthy skepticism. What's unhealthy skepticism? Is that paranoia? I mean, and who's deciding? Is this guy with a lisp? Does he know the difference between healthy skepticism and unhealthy skepticism, or the guy who wrote what he's supposed to learn how to read? All right, come on.
And even though Trucker Brown and LaShawn have an idea of what's coming,
I love that guy's name though, Trucker Brown.
Still healthy skepticism.
But I don't see how it can get through bad weather and icy roads and.
Look, his skepticism is not healthy. Look, he's fidgeting. You can tell he's nervous talking about this. He's trying to come up with it. You see the body language. Look at this. He's not sure of himself.
I don't see how.
Before he was so cocksure. Now, not so much.
There's still healthy skepticism.
but I don't see how it can get through bad weather and icy roads and.
Hey, look at that. That's insecurity.
Things like that. I just don't see it happening.
At the end of the day, to me, I still.
And he didn't give any reasoning. He just said, "I don't see it happening."
He's experienced. He knows how much wrong and random stuff can happen on the road. How's the?
What are you playing devil's advocate? Trying to mock this man. All right, no, go on. No, keep going.
Well, yeah, no, but what he's saying is legitimate.
No, icy roads, but they're probably going to come back and say, "Oh, well, we have all the solutions to that, and we can have sensors everywhere."
But nobody has a solution. Never. Like, how do you have a solution when you come out on the street and it's icy and you don't know what's going to happen? It's 50% chance you might just slip on ice and break an arm.
But the robots are smarter than we are. That's what that guy
But
at
they're
the...
not, because we're teaching them that, and they don't have the prior experience. So if they don't have the prior experience, that means in order to work out the kinks, as he said in this, there are going to be lots and lots of traffic, car accidents,
of course.
injuries, deaths.
Yeah.
So AI could learn from mistakes and hundreds, if not thousands of people dying in the process, and then we'll work out the little kinks. Sorry, oopsie. Beta version.
Yeah. Well, you know, you gotta, if you want to make an omelet,
you gotta break some people.
Yeah, you gotta murder some people.
Break some skulls.
But it's manslaughter because you didn't mean to murder them. You didn't know what was happening. Like Facebook, Silicon Valley. It's like, well, we knew it was going to be bad to addict all these people to social media, but we didn't know exactly it was going to be this bad. Well, we knew there'd be a few million deaths once we introduced automated cars, but we didn't know there'd be 100 million. All right, so. By the way, I'm just making up these statistics, and I'm admitting to it, unlike certain people.
I believe that a
not you.
driver is going to be needed to be in that truck.
It's actually a common argument for automation, letting robots do tasks.
Why did you put an H in the word common?
For automation, letting robots do
In that truck.
It's actually a common argument for automation, letting robots do tasks that are repetitive, boring, and unhealthy. The service industry is also transforming.
Yes, sitting in front of a computer is the healthiest thing you can do with your life.
Surrounded by lots of, you know, electromagnetic.
Oh, field, yes.
Yeah.
Of course. Well, yeah, and didn't they just say that, like, sitting... Like every hour that you sit takes like a minute off your life or some crap. Yeah.
We've been sitting here for way too long. It's a 15
watching this guy. But we exercise a lot. All right, here we go. This guy's chopping onions. It's dangerous. It's unhealthy. And we actually do know someone who's getting arthritic from chopping onions. All right. At his work.
Line cooks to baristas to servers, jobs are changing overnight.
What Zoom is doing is using automation to eliminate tasks. Tasks that are unsafe, tasks that are boring, tasks that are repetitive. And what we're doing is we're elevating the occupation.
Can they make a robot to listen to your garbage coming out of your mouth? It's boring, repetitive, tedious, and I think it's dangerous.
Tasks.
This is a task.
So is eating and shitting. Will we have a robot to do all of this for us?
It's dangerous to shit. Do you get yourself into trouble?
It's a repetitive, tedious task that you have to do on a daily basis.
That is true, and we don't even get paid for it.
No, it's a waste of time. Well, unless you read books on the shitter like you do.
Yes. I've read hundreds of books on the shitter in my life. Tomes. I even learned how to play guitar on the shitter. I was lucky enough to have a little extra room for the neck.
You're good with time management.
Time management, yeah.
Not everyone's
multitasking. Yes, I delegate shitting to my asshole, and the rest of me is free to do what it wants. Because I am the dispatcher of my body. Okay.
And what we're doing is we're elevating the occupation.
How are you elevating the occupation? You're just getting rid of the occupation.
We're thinking about task automation versus occupational automation.
Bigger brands are... Wait.
What is she saying? Wait,
was that even sensical in any degree? Let me listen again. All right.
Unsafe, tasks that are boring, tasks that are repetitive. And what we're doing is we're elevating the occupation. So we're thinking about task automation versus occupational automation.
Now explain this to me, because
Task automation. So you're elevating the jobs, and somehow what that does is make. Wait, the jobs are roboticized, and that elevates people to task automation rather than
occupational
automation. And when she says occupational automation, does she say she's automating humans? Is that what she means? Or she's not very clear. She didn't
think so. I don't know.
I think we're just going to have to
go with it.
Yeah, just take her words for it. That's just right.
Tasks that are boring, tasks that are repetitive. And what we're doing is we're elevating the
You know, we don't need to have the jobs necessarily that are... We live in an age that we created. We created tasks that are repetitive and boring, right? When you live, and I'm not saying we need to revert to, I'm not a ludist or whatever, but I don't think we all need to revert to this Diogenes type lifestyle of having nothing, no technology.
What you just said, no one's going to understand.
Oh,
Diogenes lifestyle.
Oh, whatever. I'm not saying like we all need to live amongst nature as nomads or whatever, but when you do, life is rarely repetitive and boring. It's not like working in a factory. We created these factories. We created these farms. We created all these tasks so we could live civilized lives.
Well, yeah, we created the repetitiveness.
And
obviously, there's things you got to do on a daily basis, but...
And now we're trying to... It's like, I don't know, what are the conservatives always accuse the socialists about? They're trying to buy their way out of debt or something. Is that what they say? And it seems like the same thing. It's like this is some kind of Hail Mary where they're trying to take this mess that they've made after the Industrial Revolution or what have you, with all these repetitive tasks. And I think, repetitive tasks were long on their way well before the Industrial Revolution, but they're trying to... And so if we take the Industrial Revolution to its fullest realization, then we will no longer have to do repetitive tasks, and we'll have all these repetitive tasks done for us. But what is their end game? They think we're all going to live in this digital utopia? So I can't figure out. Can you?
No, I don't think they're thinking about the consequences that far.
But it seems it's like a mindset that creates this repetitive, tedious environment. It's not. People act like these jobs are just an inevitable part of life that needs to be gotten rid of, right?
Yeah.
As though, like you said, like having someone shit for you or take a piss. Like I got to take a piss, but I'm sitting here because we got to finish this video. And it would be nice if a robot could just go down to the bathroom, piss for me, and my bladder would be suddenly emptied, and I could sit and continue this video in comfort. But that's not happening. But that's what it seems like. Like they're saying, and robots, they're never going to be able to really eat for you. I guess they could feed you intravenously in some way, but
or we could just integrate, become post-humans, and then we won't need the body and its nasty bodily functions.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, it seems like the tasks she's talking about, these are artificially
right, created jobs. That for some reason everybody thinks we really need pizza and we really need coffee and we need, like, for our survival, this is of utmost importance. That's why all these jobs were created, all this repetitive slavery of cutting pizzas and slicing and putting cheese on it. And this is just...
Well, they treat these jobs as though they are just an unnecessary tedium. Like part of life, like taking a piss, taking a shit, eating, having sex. Having sex is a little more pleasurable than, well, I don't know. Some good shits can be quite relieving.
Orgasmic?
I don't know if I'd go that far, but yeah, they're satisfying. Let's say that. All right, so let's move on.
So we're thinking about task automation versus occupational automation.
Yeah, whatever.
Bigger brands are catching on.
Bigger brands are catching on. Oh, no.
I think I understood what she's trying to do. Instead of getting rid of people are just going to be doing less repetitive shit while all the repetitive shit is going
yeah.
to be automated. But then
Well, that's
still stupid.
I know, but just the way she said it was.
I know, yeah.
Quite.
It took me a while.
No, I knew the point she was driving at. I thought it was ridiculous the way she was trying to construct her thought there.
Pizza Hut just announced driverless delivery and claimed that it could actually
14,000 likes. Automated Pizza Hut. What are those fat asses are gonna do without a Pizza Hut?
It actually could create more jobs by opening the pool of drivers to those who do not own vehicles.
Why is drivers in quotation marks?
Yeah, and well, I guess
Are they implying?
they might act more as servers focusing on hospitality. Wait. All right. Let me try to wrap my head around this. I know people who write for Pizza Hut on Twitter have, much higher capability of constructing language than I have. So I need to take some time and think this through and see if I can understand. And again, they always think like things are just obvious. All right, it actually could create more jobs. All right, actually could. That seems redundant. By opening the pool of drivers to those who do not own vehicles. So what now? You would no longer be a driver. This is why it's in quotation marks. Is that the point? You would just be a server. So they're going to have these robots driving, but they're still going to.
So they're gonna be like the personality of the. They're gonna be providing the.
I guess they're going to
pleasant
sit.
experience.
I guess they're going to sit in the car, like it's a limo.
Greet you?
Yeah, and let the car drive. Do they bring the pizza in the car? I don't even know. And they put it in the car, and then they hop in the car. They haven't explained anything. And what, the car is going to drive to your house after you order it, which is probably all done from an app to begin with.
This sounds idiotic, but it's legitimate because it's a tweet.
Yes.
Snapshot it and put in this documentary, and there's the legitimate truth of something.
Yes.
Is it pro automation?
I don't know, but what I'm just trying to understand, how is this? So they're going to put more servers in the cars. So it's it'll create more jobs because the drivers, there'll be like what, 2 servers in each driverless car who will come out and greet the person with the pizza who just ordered it from their app, or one knocks on the door, or how does this work? One makes sure the driverless car doesn't drive into anybody. And isn't that just a second?
I thought the point of all of this was to eliminate more jobs, not to create more jobs, because if you create more jobs, you got to pay more people. I thought the whole point was to not pay anybody. Why can't they just have robots?
Well, this is something very
focusing on hospitality.
Well, this is something very important that you're bringing up, right? Because what is the point of having a company, having like Pizza Hut? The point is to make as much money as possible by spending the least amount of money as possible, and that's how you turn a profit, right? So if you're going to be hiring or buying robots, these slaves, and you're not paying for them, there's an initial upfront investment, but then you don't have to pay them salaries, you don't have to any of those.
Maybe just some maintenance fee.
Yeah, exactly, to fix them every once in a while.
Always fees.
So yeah, and they probably won't even own the robotic cars. They'll probably be renting them, and the maintenance will be included in that somehow. And so every month they pay. So then it's kind of like they're hiring employers anyway, but I guess they'll be getting them more cheaply. I'm not quite sure how this is going to work out, but why would Pizza Hut be saying, well, no, we're going to have more jobs? So what are they trying to say? They're trying to say that they're going to be paying this monthly fee to get rid of all the drivers, right? Mm-hmm. But then they're going to be hiring more, right? Because people who don't drive are now going to be drivers. That doesn't. So now you're going to tell me Pizza Hut's going to now pay like 3 times as much as they were going to pay. Oh, let's say 2.5 if they save on the robots, right? 2.5 times of what they were going to pay to get the pizza delivered, right? If they hire robots instead of just the regular 1 times
a driver that does everything, drives, greets. And focuses on hospitality. You know what these guys need? I think these guys need to hire those White House Council economic advisors because they're not making much sense there.
Yeah,
and it sounds like this is dangerous for their finance.
This is complete horse shit. And the thing is, people are going to read these tweets because everyone believes tweets for some freaking reason. And they're going to actually think that, no, it might create more jobs. I mean, that would go against everything that
Is
sense
logical?
logical to actually buy the robots. Why buy the robots if you're going to spend 2.5 times as much?
Right. I
Anyway.
think we need
Create
our
more
point.
jobs. Julia Collins, the CEO of Zoom Pizza, took us through some of the efficiencies
CEO, this woman's...
of the process.
And now we're using a vision system to monitor the path of the pizza. This is a pizza.
She likes saying these words. They make her feel intelligent. And we're now using a vision system? Thanks. A vision system.
What's a vision system?
I guess that's what she likes to call these sensors that know when the pizza should stop and be sauced. I don't know.
System to monitor the path of the pizza. This is a pizza that gets
Monitor the path of the pizza. It's on a fucking conveyor belt.
Yes. Because,
Where's it gonna go?
Because it's
Gonna
just
fly away?
It's so much tastier to have pizza on a piece of plastic rubber conveyor belt.
And in a
with
brick
sauce.
oven?
Yeah, with sauce being shit out of some metal tube. There's no human contact. There's no human energy. There's none of this throwing the dough in the air anymore. You know, none of this like natural, more pleasant. It's just also cold, industrious, robotic automation filled
Yeah.
with polymers and plastic. Ugh. Sorry. Go on.
Quite all right.
our spicy sauce. Giorgio
Oh.
dispenses classic sauce. Marta is our sauce spreading robot.
Sauce spreading robot?
Oh, so you create a bunch of robot for something one person can do? How efficient?
This is everyone's
How much do you
favorite
pay in
robot.
electricity?
So we have a robot that never drops pizza and he never gets burned. The line is optimized to do as many as 360.
Just get a competent
Yeah,
pizza
it's a-
maker who doesn't
Drop a
pizza
pizza and get
doesn't
burned.
get burned.
Pay them a little more. That was ridiculous. Doesn't drop pizza. Doesn't get burnt.
Humans are inevitable.
The line is
corpses.
optimized to do as many as 360 pizzas in an hour. That's really quite fast.
Zoom Pizza
Yes,
is
see?
not
That's really quite fast, just to let you know, in case you're a fucking moron. 360 pizzas in an hour. And notice she said, did she say up to again? Gotta always like that.
That's really quite fast. Many as 360
As many
pizzas
as.
in an hour.
As many as. Yeah. How many of those hours are actually 360 pizza hours? You know, because don't they have to restock the sauce and everything? I mean, still, these humans
Wait, right. Do you need robot? Do you have robots that
going
are
around
doing all the
restocking? Yeah. Are they going to just have huge vats and robotic truck drivers are going to come and pour the vats of sauce onto the roof? And it's going to be funneled down through something. And then who's going to clean all this? Because the sauce gets dry, it gets crusty. You got robots to do that, huh? Toots. All right, here we go.
That's really quite fast.
Zoom
Yeah,
Pizza
that's
is
really quite fast. Yes, nice display of IQ. Yeah.
not alone in trying to change the industry.
Well, there are a lot of tasks in food preparation that are highly repetitive and low productivity. So anything that's like doing the same thing over and over again or moving a box around.
We have had baristas from as far back as I can remember. Even when my parents were children, I think you had coffee machines. You like would you'd go up to. There's a big like vending machine box. You take your styrofoam cup or whatever it was.
Right.
You stick it under there. You press a button, and hot chocolate or coffee or whatever the fuck you want comes out. And that's it. How is this? This seems like it's taking way more time. What? I'm sure you can just make a.
Well, you can't charge taxpayers money on ATM coffee machines. You gotta have all this advanced technology in these singularity institutes.
I just don't. Why?
universities.
Why do you need all these robots? These supposedly fancy, if I can put a word in
Well,
quotation
why?
marks.
Because they're showing you this is where your money going, and this is disappointing. I don't want to spend money on this.
Why not just walk over to a box, put your cup under, hit Frappuccino, and get your freaking Frappuccino? Is this going to be any better? The whole point of going to like Starbucks or something is that you can really personalize You know, and even if they come up with a program where you can set like, well, I want 5% soy milk and 10% whatever cocoa butter and whatever the hell else that they're putting in their coffee, right? And this kind of frappuccino with this blah blah mocha blend, you can get it. So what? So it's up to you now to experiment with the program to see exactly what you want. When you can just have a barista that knows how to do this and can do it much more quickly without all the headache.
Or why not
Or knows your
invent
name.
a big automation box that's kind of like a fridge that will do everything? Like you won't have to go out and buy anything. You can just like program, I want pizza with this. It gets all the ingredients. It throws it all around like a box that makes everything for you in your house, so you don't have to go out. Like, and that's still a dumb idea. I think, but at least, I mean, why? I don't know. You know what? That's a dumb idea.
And not only that,
It will pollute already overflowing dumpsters.
not only that, but it's boring. Look, it's taking longer than a human barista would to make this coffee, and you don't even get to talk to them and make jokes and riff with them. Yeah, flirt. You're not allowed to do that. That's sexual harassment. But can you flirt with these robots? I want to know. It's like, nice plastic arm there. Want to reach over here and jack me off? Can you stick that arm up my butt?
Just play it.
All right, sorry. I'm getting tired.
Or moving a cup around. A lot of those things can be automated.
Moving a cup around.
Ooh.
Automate moving a cup around.
Even historically safe, stable, white-collar jobs like doctors, lawyers, and bankers are at risk.
There are a lot of people who think that this is all about blue-collar work. It is not.
We already use services like TurboTax to replace tax advisors.
At least your taxes are free.
Amazon's Alexa and Apple's Siri have taken on
Wait, is that The Rock?
Looks like it.
Secretarial tasks and much more.
Who the hell told this guy this was a good way to trim his goatee? Or what is that, Van Dyke?
Hey Siri, read my schedule.
You have 25 appointments at 7:15.
Artificial intelligence is making inroads on the legal profession, financial sector, and the medical world.
Tell me
we
more.
need to start thinking about what's going to happen when large numbers of highly skilled and narrow skilled human white-collar workers of highly skilled.
These look like highly skilled.
Well, they're better than the hobos from the first stock footage of people walking on the street.
You're right. Do you think that's like classism or something? That's horrible. How do you think those?
Why are they better? Because they're dressed better? They can afford headphones and a jacket and glasses.
Yeah, because they're lawyers and doctors. All of
They
these.
got suits.
That's what they're saying. All right. Well, yeah, they're doctors. This guy's done way too many drugs.
And large numbers of highly skilled and narrow skilled human white-collar workers are displaced.
Hello there.
That's a bad dye job, by the way. You really ought to rethink that. I don't know, like when people start trying to dye their gray hair, they go to like the blackest
Raven black.
raven black that no person, especially a white
Human
person,
white-collar
has.
workers are
Very seldom, anyway.
displaced.
Hello there.
Directly.
My name is Movo. Welcome to Heroes.
What's his name?
Robo? Didn't they have these types of robots in the 70s?
I thought so, at least in the movies.
In the school projects?
Yes.
Hello there. My name is Movo.
Mobo.
Welcome to Heroes.
Mobo?
Is he like made to bowl or something? Why does he only have 3 fingers?
I don't know. Is he reaching out for a hug?
Bowling robot? Yeah. Looks like he's reaching out for sexual harassment.
You can get to know me and all I can do over the next minute and a half.
Yeah,
I do not want to get to know you.
Well, at least it only takes a minute and a half. That's all. Well, he's a specialist, right? All he can do, he can tell you in a minute and a half.
Oh.
What a life experience this guy has. All right.
The medical field is huge.
No
Service
shit.
robotics, if you want to identify a key area of growth, will be in the medical field. That is where everything is going.
Movo.
That's gross.
Oh,
like a
Mobo
cancer.
is going to be doing my surgery?
Oh, Movo, that's his name. Ugh.
Is a research robot launching this year, and other robots
A research robot? So he's going to be researching?
have already made advances in medicine. Some surgeries have been transformed by robotics, and I tried out one of those machines.
Okay, how's this work? All right, so go ahead and put your head in. So this system will detect your head presence, and so it will allow you to.
Jobs in fields like medicine and law will be just as affected by software we can't see than robots we.
Medicine and law. Now, doesn't that's creepy. Law, right, is going to be roboticized.
Yeah.
So now they're always talking about AI taking over, but that's literally AI taking over. That they're running the law, right? They're going to be the judges and the jury and the
editors,
lawyers and
of the law.
Are they going to are they going to be making these statutes, implementing? They're going to be deciding what's best. They're going to have like programs. This is the best law to blah, 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 blah. All right.
By software we can't see than robots we can. Techies are in a race to replace
Look at that.
jobs.
We're not going to see the robots that are creating these laws. Or, come on, tell me more about these techies.
Are in a race to replace jobs like radiologists, who spend much of their time looking at medical scans.
Right now, we're able to read images about 10,000 times faster than human radiologists. So you can see that we just processed 765 studies. That's about 2 days worth of work for a normal radiologist. And we were able to process it in about 46 seconds.
Kevin Lyman is lead scientist.
Well, what does process mean?
So what, you just got a machine that reads scans better? I mean, but can it do other shit that a cardiologist can do? I mean, clearly reading scans is not the only thing that a cardiologist does, right? Or am I wrong?
Well, not only that, but like cardiologist obviously has experience and everything. So
Yeah,
like
obviously, a cardiologist doesn't spend that much time on reading a scan. I'm sure he's doing other shit.
he's thinking about what he's looking at, where they're just scanning it and looking for suspicious activity in the scan.
Makes something so dumb sound so intelligent and
46 seconds, but still, you need a
efficient.
cardiologist to come in there and actually look at him again. I mean, the only thing is it's going to do, how does it treat the patients? So it's scanned all these.
Yeah, it helps with the time. You still need a cardiologist.
So it just knows where to point. I mean, for instance, when you get blood tests, right? You don't even need doctors anymore to interpret the blood test right away because you can see, it tells you on the markers, right? If this is high, if this is low, if this is within range, right? Whereas you still need the doctor, so you show it to the doctor, and yeah, maybe you could kind of treat yourself a little here and there, but are they going to let people treat their own heart? Are they going to people be doing their own heart surgery? What's going to happen here? No, he's going to look. He's going to have to look. The doctor, cardiologist, whoever, the heart surgeon, he's going to have to look at the X-rays or whatever they're scanning, the MRIs, and he's going to have to look at them and interpret them and figure out what is the best course of action, right? Anyway, he's going to have to review everything. I don't see how this is going to save much time. It'll just kind of tell him, like the blood tests, like when we take them, it's kind of puts the flags, makes them more obvious for the doctor, right? So it might save him a few seconds when he's looking through it, but he still has to. It's not like, even though the blood tests are like automatically scanned and flagged, and we know, like you and I can just look at our blood tests. We don't have to be a specialist to read our blood tests and know what's high, what's low, what's normal, right? So this is the same thing. I can imagine this is doing, right? It's just seeing what's high, what's low, what's normal. Is there some kind of weird place over here where there's like a little too much concentrated something, or just the way anyone would read it, and so it just points out the abnormalities. But I don't see how that's going to save a ton of time. I mean, it's different with fingerprints or something like that, but with like a heart, I don't know.
At Analytic, a startup working to redefine the role of a radiologist.
Deep learning is essentially a series of algorithms for trying almost every possible combination, and what it ultimately arrives at is just an equation.
I asked Kevin if his work could cause radiologists to lose their jobs.
AI, for us, is creating a lot of jobs for radiologists and other doctors.
Does they keep coming back?
For us, it's creating more jobs for you guys. I mean,
but not only that, but still, who's are the robots going to be taking the radiologists too? I was under the impression that when I go to get X-rays, I'm usually
it's the radiologist, not cardiologist.
Yeah. Oh, radiologist. Sorry. See, so okay, I was misquoting because of you.
Because I misquoted.
So anyway, yeah, we're both getting tired. So the radiologists, don't they have to take the X-rays anyway from you? So like they sit you in a room, they tell you where to stand. Right? So you need robots to do all that stuff too, right? To replace the film, right? That they put in, or is the film sheets or whatever they're called, that they put in and then put in the box, and they go outside the room and they take a scan and they look to see if it's blurry. It's like, I don't know, how's this going to replace all these people?
Training AI to effectively do this is an enormously difficult task.
So today I have to go to the doctor.
Oh, we get to hear this guy.
Tomorrow
It's nice at the end of the documentary they finally tell you who this guy is, who was at the beginning. Author of Driver in the Driverless Car, Vivek Wadhwa.
artificial intelligence software that analyzes the information, that will keep track of my heart rates, my bloods. AI software will know hundreds of millions of people, so it will have much better knowledge than our doctors do.
This is all happening faster than expected, and many of
But that's just like Google. I mean, it's the same thing. It's just trying to learn. It's just this like learning machine. All right.
these techie dreams are already within sight.
I've got a 4-year-old kid and a 9-month-old kid.
No, this guy's the CEO of Singularity University. Is this a real university? Who is this guy?
I don't know, but he's got kids.
This is like Cannabis University out in California. I mean, Singularity University. Just what, Trump University online? Is like just call something a university now. All right.
And the things that I know about their future, they're never going to learn how to drive a car.
When people worry about cars being hacked or driving into
any skills.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
No more skills. Everything's going to be.
My kids are going to be dumb and skillless and stupid.
Yeah, I mean, even like IT
No
is being
experience.
outsourced. So it's like writing code now is being done by.
I got 2 kids and their brains are atrophying at age 2 and 4.
This is, and they're never going to have to learn a skill. I mean, they're just going to take any type of challenge out of life. I like getting in a car and getting behind a wheel and not knowing whether or not I'm going to die on the way to the gym or wherever I'm going.
Makes life for a more exciting experience.
Yeah, and you have to be
what
sharp.
What the hell are you going to do if everything is automated and you don't need to learn any skills? What are you going to do? I mean, it's going to be a boring existence.
Yeah.
Don't forget the daily toll that could be avoided. The World Health Organization estimates that 1.2
World Health Organization.
Oh, wow. This is true estimation. Traffic deaths.
Where do they get their data? They estimate.
5 million people die each year in traffic accidents.
They estimate.
Yeah, with stupid robots.
Why is the World Health Organization privy to this information? Shouldn't this be coming from like police reports or like hospitals or something?
You'd think.
Insurance companies even might have a better idea of how many global traffic deaths.
How would you know?
I'm sorry, we lived in some countries.
Is every country where there's no internet? I mean, does every country disclose such information?
Or even know themselves?
Where's the office of the World Health Organization?
Yeah. No, there's no way. Like in the Caribbean, do they have any idea? And we've lived there. They have no idea how many deaths happen from anything, any time of any kind of cause. And they don't have like a real organized computer system there, or records, or even of anything, even a paper trail. You're telling me the World Health Organization knows approximately how many traffic deaths there are from all these countries?
Well, they're just relying on, they're suckers. Whoever's watching YouTube, they're suckers.
And world.
They'll believe it.
That's a pompous. Who gives them authority to use the word world in their organization? And health. That's very broad. World and health. They're the authorities.
That's a discussion for an entirely
different
video. Just that.
Yeah, we got to wrap this one up.
In the United States, that number is 34,000.
34,000. Well, at least in the United States, you have an idea that's at least closer to reality. I still think it's padded. Such a round number, too. It's nice, huh?
Too perfect.
Don't want a human driving my car or flying the plane, because humans are infallible and don't learn as fast as technology.
So 10, 15 years from now?
Excuse me. Isn't technology being made by humans? And if humans make mistakes, then they inevitably make mistakes in creating a technology which already have that vice in it of making mistakes. Wouldn't it only double, triple the amount of mistakes?
Yeah, and I'm sorry, I just have to look this up. Did he say humans are infallible?
Oh, really? He said that? Infallible. Well, wait, isn't infallible...
incapable of making mistakes. That's what I thought.
So this guy's saying that
I'm a pretty smart cookie, right? He's
incapable of making mistakes.
Yeah.
That's why we're going to have robots.
Yeah, let me listen to this again. Make sure I'm not doing this man a disservice, but...
Human driving my car or flying the plane.
All right, no, let's listen from the beginning.
Is 34,000.
I don't want a human driving my car or flying the plane, because humans are infallible and don't...
He said it clearly, because humans are infallible.
Humans make no mistakes.
Yes.
And so you don't want humans that are infallible driving your car or flying
human
your
driving
plane.
my car or flying...
So obviously this guy's not very intelligent.
Right. So
he doesn't even know the difference between infallible and
But
fallible.
he's making fallible decisions in his singularity university.
Yes. So this was the guy who, the CEO of Singularity University. Well, let's pretend it is, just to make them look worse. But either way, it's in this documentary, which over 500,000 people have seen.
Oh.
And I think people are eating this shit up because look, there's only a very tiny percentage, which is like 5% or less people downliked this video or downvoted this video, thumbs down, whatever you call it. And the rest, 95% or so, thumbed upped it. So they actually didn't see any of the bullshit in this video that you and I pointed out, and maybe we can make the world a better place by having done that. But this guy, and so now they heard this guy, they're probably going to repeat it because no one like says their own thoughts. They're going to say, misuse the word infallible.
Traffic accidents. In the United States, that number is 34,000.
I don't want a human driving my car or flying the plane, because humans are infallible and don't learn as fast as technology.
So 10, 15 years from now, rather than having servants and maids and chauffeurs, we'll have robots serving us.
Why
Before
do
we arrive
get
at
served? What kind of privileged
existence do you need to lead?
Just do shit on your own for yourself. Take responsibility.
Yeah.
Why does everyone want to be served? I don't get it. I don't want to be served.
Yeah, you want to?
All right, fine. It would be nice if somebody cooked my food. There, I said it. But
do you want people to play your drum parts for you?
No.
Do you want people to write your drum parts for you?
Fuck no. What am I gonna
robots.
do? I'll be bored.
Ugh. All right. Yeah. And this guy is infallible because humans are infallible. Yes. No. And they don't learn as quickly. Well, first of all, you just said humans are perfect, and yet they don't learn as quickly. And that's and not only that, but in the beginning of the video, they just showed us how slow and stupid robots are and how far we have to go, and we are nowhere near the singularity, which is when robots will be so much better at learning than humans. And what, this is supposed because they can scan a bunch of fucking x-rays, that somehow makes them better at learning more quickly than humans. Try to teach a robot to juggle. I'll bet I can teach an 8-year-old to juggle in less time than you can teach a robot to juggle. Right? Write a program or build a fucking robot that can do it. I don't even have to build anything. I can pick a random 8-year-old.
Don't need taxpayers' money on an 8-year-old.
Utopian world of the Jetsons, the shift is likely to be a bit more dystopian.
So now what happens to the people? What happens to the Uber drivers? What happens to the truck drivers?
Wait, you just said now it's dystopian? I thought you said this was a wonderful world that's going to create more jobs.
What happens to the entire support system around these people? It begins to vanish. Over another 5-year period, we're going to wipe out millions of jobs in the United States and tens of millions of jobs in the developing world. What happens to those people?
Hey, I'm Joel. Thanks for watching part 1.
Joel.
Joel. All right. Well, I bet you don't want us to thank you, but I'll bet you don't want to thank us for having reviewed your video. But you'll probably get more views, and maybe we'll get a bunch of downvotes. So thanks for hanging out. I'm sure you're very tired, more tired than we are.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for
There was
more.
such a boatload of crap that it actually made me tired.
Yeah, we'll have to find videos that don't need quite as much commentary as that.
That was just like too much.
Or shorter videos. Yeah, all right. Well, we're finding our way. This is we're new at this.
Yep.
At least when it comes to YouTube. All right, this is who are we again? Facetious and well read. Signing out. That was cute. We said together. See you next time.